Welcome to the last episode of the Tech Drive Show, where we dive deep into innovative technology that is transforming the work of the future. From blockchain to robotics to artificial intelligence, agri-tech, cybersecurity, education. This is the last episode. Thank you so much for joining us all through the journey to this last episode. I am your host, Okoyemi Salako, and this is the Tech Drive Show on Universal Television Africa. We'll go on a short break now, and when we're back, I will introduce you my guest and we get into the matter of today. Sit back and enjoy. Blockchain, robotics, artificial intelligence, agri-tech, cybersecurity education is changing the world, and you don't want to miss out. Welcome to the Tech Drive Show, where we explore innovation shaping tomorrow's world and groundbreaking technology. My name is Okoyemi Salako on Universal Television Africa. Do well to follow us on all our social media handles and join the innovative conversation for the future of work. Welcome to the last episode of the Tech Drive Show, where we dive deep into the innovative technology that is transforming the future of work. In today's episode, we will be talking about upskilling in the digital world. To address this topic, we have our very important guest in the studio today in the person of Temidayo Akintoye. Welcome, Temidayo Akintoye, a software quality assurance engineer in the industry. Welcome, Temidayo. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, and thank you so much, Opre. It's really good to be here.
It's nice to see you on the show. And by the way, I must comment, you are looking stunning and sophisticated.
Okay, thank you so much.
I can tell you're making a lot of money in tech.
If you say so, no problem.
So today's topic is more on upskilling, because the tech industry is something that everybody is looking into and is the talk around the world. So for people to be relevant in this industry, in the gig economy, they have to upskill. So for the word upskilling, what do you have to say about upskilling, and what are your major points about upskilling to be relevant in the future of work?
Okay, when we talk about upskilling, yes, it's true. I mean, the tech space right now, everybody's seeing it like the new oil and all of that. Yeah. So it's really important to upskill. And when we're talking about upskilling, we're talking about continue learning, staying relevant in the space. So if you want to really stay relevant, you need to continuously learn, right? You need to keep up in your game. If you are in a phase right now I'm a QA engineer. If you are in a phase right now
as a QA engineer,
that's quality assurance engineering.
So you have to be clear.
Thank you.
In other terms, you have to be clear on it. All right, good.
Okay, thank you. So if you as a quality assurance starts with stage 1, you need to keep moving, because everything you can just close your eyes and open it, and before you know it, you have a new tool. So you to stay relevant in the industry, you need to upskill. Upskilling means just continue learning, continual relevance in the industry.
Some more of relearning and unlearning some stuff.
And learning too.
And learning again.
Yeah.
So that's to say that we have to keep learning.
Yeah.
So talking about upskilling. So basically, what are the people that need to upskill? By upskilling, I mean this upskilling, is it relevant to all ages? Is it the Gen Z, the millennial? Who are those that need to upskill?
Everybody.
Like
everybody that wants to be relevant, that wants to keep selling, that wants to be that top guy, you need to upskill. It's not age based. If you are 50 and you still want to be relevant, you still want to be that young minded person, you still need to keep learning. It's all about education and knowledge, acquiring knowledge. There's no point that learning stops.
Oh, good.
I mean, if you stop learning, you feel like you're dead. So you can't stop learning. You just keep up
learning.
with it. Yeah.
Talking about upskilling, what are the relevant skills that you think that are marketable or that are relevant for the future of work? Okay,
so this now boils down to whichever tech stack that you pick. We have technical skills, we have soft skills. Sure. Soft skills makes you employable in this industry. You need to have communication skills, you need to have problem solving skills, analytical skills, critical thinking, the lot of soft skills that you need to actually acquire as an employee or as a tech enthusiast. But when it comes to technical skills, those ones are specific to the tech stack that you've chosen. If you want to be a software engineer, you need some tools. You need to know some tools. And if you want to be a non-coding tech tech stack rather, you need to also pick up those tools that you need to know. You need to very, very know them. So it's for technical skills, I would say that it is specific. It is tech stack specific. If you're going into software engineering, you say, okay, you need to know your JavaScript. Okay. It depends on what phase you're even going into. If you're a back-end engineer, a front-end engineer, a DevOps engineer. So you need to actually, those ones are stack specific, right? So those are tools. So firstly, I would feel like you just need to know the path that you want to train, then take a guide. You have to have a guide to actually get those skills that you need to acquire. But we have soft skills that everybody, that you're an engineer or you're an accountant, as long as you are going to be in a team workspace together and we're going to work together, you have to have those skills.
Yeah, so basically, if you look at the tech space, it's more like co-creating, working together. You are not an island, you can't do it together. So you have to co-create to achieve a common goal. So talking about soft skill, you mentioned like communication skill. So can you point out skills to our audience, what they need to look out to in terms of soft skill? Then we can also look at the technical skills. Let's just do it that way.
Okay, for soft skills, analytical skills.
Okay.
Your communication skills.
So that is. Do you mean effective. That is what the employers are looking for?
Yeah, you have to have a problem solving mindset.
Okay, please share with us.
I mean, it's a space that we're trying to innovate. We're trying to develop. We're trying to prefer solution. You have to have a decision making, like a critical mindset where you can analyze stuff, where you can solve problems, where you can prefer solution, you can generate ideas, you can think about on any solution at this point. You'll be useful to the society and to your team.
Impressive.
To the particular project.
So the other parts, which is the technical skill, what are the technical skills that are relevant?
Okay, funny thing is I can't mention everything right now. As I said earlier, it is going to be inclined, like it is stack inclined.
Okay.
You want to be a back-end engineer, you can go online. There are a lot of guidelines. There is a roadmap to it. There are tools, there are stages that you have to get to. Is it GitHub? Is it Java? Is it, like, you have stages in the learning structure for that. If it is front-end engineering, they have a structure for that. If it is QA engineering, there is a structure for that learning too.
Okay. So talking about upskilling, where can we harness the courses? How do they get access to the skill? Where do they learn it from?
Okay, so there are two phases, the online and the offline.
Okay.
Well, a lot of us will go online. We have the Udemy, we have the Coursera, we have the Udacity, a lot. And then we have offline learning hubs too. There are a lot of them in Lagos actually.
Okay.
The Co-op, the SQI, we have a lot. So, and you can learn from both or learn from either.
Okay.
Whichever works for you. But I subscribe to learning from both, right?
On both.
Because yes, you set the foundation with the offline. They help you with community. Yes, they help you with building interaction with people and co-workers and co-working opportunities. And also offline, it helps you to upskill, upgrade what you know. I mean, YouTube is our friend. You can always go on YouTube and get more knowledge about one thing that is confusing or help you solve a project. And if you have any task that you cannot even get right, you can go on Udemy and buy a course and get it solved.
Oh, good.
So
basically, in terms of doing on-site and online, so it's more like giving you the community and in a space whereby you are getting tired when you see your friend doing something, you just okay, I think I should add more morale to whatever I'm doing. So thank you so much, Tessie. And looking at upskilling, what do you see? Because a lot of people are like, oh, I have to get into tech, blah, blah, blah. But what do you see as the future of the gig economy and the future of work? What do you see as a future, and why do people really need to upskill? Is there a future there?
Okay, yes, there is, to be honest. A lot of people are transitioning into tech right now, right?
Why? Why they transition?
Because, yes, there is money in tech, to be honest. Yes, really? There is.
Tell us.
But the fact is that people think that, oh, immediately I enter tech or I start tech job, then I have to have the money. but there is a lot of work that goes into it. What people don't see is the work that goes into it, the back end, the grinding, and the also the old hard work, the old continuous, the old sleepless nights that you don't that you have to like endure, the lot of learnings, a lot of headaches, a lot of stress that goes into it. But there is thank you so much. So there is a lot to do to get to that stage that you start earning money.
Okay.
But before you get there, there's a lot of perseverance that comes into it. Yes, it's a valuable space. It is something I would advise everyone to come into, transition into tech. And when you're starting as an enthusiast, don't be a medical. Don't just be comfortable with, oh, I've learned, for instance, QA, I've learned manual testing, and yeah, it's giving me little money, and I'm okay with it. But guess what? The next 1-2 months, there's one math tools that's already taking, almost doing half of what you're doing. And yes, do you think, I mean, the economy right now is not smiling. And your pay value, your level of payment is already like decreasing, your level of relevance is decreasing and declining.
Bills are showing up every day.
Bills are showing up every day. Thank you so much for mentioning that. And bills will always be there. Nothing is going away. But then
stay at you in your face.
What did you say?
I mean, your view is always staring at you.
Yeah, it's always staring at you rather. So yes, I would advise people to come in. And when you are entering tech, don't just feel like, oh, I have learned this, and because I already got an internship position, then that is it. You have to keep up the zeal. You have to keep up with the work. Upskilling. Yes, you have to continuously learning. Even those that already got to the top, they still learn.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
So then what's the future like? So let's say you've acquired all this skill, then I guess a lot of people are coming to tech because of the money. Am I right?
Yeah.
So what's like, maybe we'll get to talk about that, because right now we have to go on a short break, and when we're back we talk about the potential of the money you can earn in the tech space. So at this point we have to come to have to go on a short break, and when we're back we'll dive deep into the rest of the topics that our guest is going to answer. Stay back and enjoy. Blockchain, robotics, artificial intelligence, agri-tech, cybersecurity education is changing the world, and you don't want to miss out. Welcome to the Tech Drive Show, where we explore innovation shaping tomorrow's world and groundbreaking technology. My name is Okoyemi Salako on Universal Television Africa. Do well to follow us on all our social media handles and join the innovative conversation for the future of work. Welcome back to the Tech Drive Show. I'm so excited about this particular episode because we're talking about upskilling in the future of work, to remain relevant in the future of work. And we still have our amazing guest in the studio today, Miss Tessie. My friend, I call her Tessie, but her name is Temidayo. So welcome back, Mrs. Temidayo. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much.
So thank you. So sincerely, I'm enjoying the show, and I believe our audience are also enjoying the show because we have you in the house. You're so super amazing.
Thank you.
So Tessie, I have a question for you. Just how the government and private companies help bridge the gap in the future of work?
Okay, so there are several ways that the government and the tech industry can actually come together and make this work. I mean, the tech company, this is not just about CSRs where industries have to meet up with their responsibility, the social responsibility, but as I said, they can collaborate and they can do it separately.
Sure.
Nigerian government can put this into the education system. I mean, all the backdated syllabus that we've been working with, the Fortran that we learned in school, microprocessors, let's upgrade it. Let's make sure that it is in line with what is happening currently, not the past educational syllabus that we've been using. And yeah, tech industries, they come to university, they come to some local universities, actually, some universities for career fairs. I mean, Lagos State, I'm very sure we actually enjoy this in Lagos. Career fairs and all of that, to actually search for talents, hunt for talents and all of that. That can be expanded. And not just searching for talent, not just hunting for talent. Tech hubs can be built. We can have more tech hubs in I don't want to say Ibadan or your states, not only Lagos and Abuja, other states too. I mean, this is something that can actually use to foster the tech education in Nigeria, and also help people that do not have access to you see, internet situation, light situation. There are major obstacles, major challenges that we are experiencing right now in Nigeria. But if we have tech hubs that everybody can have access to electricity, you can just go there and actually make and also it also foster community relationship. It fosters this whole working together. You see a colleague, it boosts your morale as well. You have a community to run back to. You form a community out of this, and this makes learning really fast as well. So yeah,
thank you, Tessie. Like, talking about, you mentioned something on the local community, like Oyo. So I think that you're trying to talk about inclusivity in tech education for upskilling. So I want you to talk probably to the government at this point, how they can ensure that people in remote community are not left out in upskilling for them to be relevant in the future of work.
Okay, basically I was trying to say something around expansion. I was trying to say something about how we can actually expand the trade fair, the career fair rather, that industries actually take up. And when I said that governments to incorporate tech education into the education system, I meant generally, to be honest, because I feel like we're all using the same syllabus and curriculum. So incorporate it generally. And when I mentioned Oyo State, I was just saying that, this happens in Lagos, the career fair happens in Lagos, we can bring it to Oyo State. I mean, this is just a way whereby industry and then government actually collaborate and make it work, or they can do it separately.
All right, thank you, Tessie. So I have another question for you, Tessie. My question will be that upskilling, a lot of people, we want to look into different aspects. Like you mentioned, you talk about the technical skill and you mentioned the soft skill. So where is there is there an available job market for people when they upskill? Is there a market already?
Yeah,
where's the market?
There's market for everything.
I mean,
in tech, there's always a need for a developer. There is always, I mean, as much as people start people start developing a new company, there are more startups out there. They need developers, they need engineers, they need product managers, they need operation managers. Yes, there's always a need for it.
So tell me, Tessie, how did you get started in tech? Can you share your personal experience or what inspired you?
So what exactly inspired me to come into tech is, funny thing is, my journey is funny. Crazy. So I am a civil engineering graduate. So in engineering space, we have a lot of people trying to, I mean, you are not seeing your friend coding, you're seeing them training to be a product manager.
So you should just, could you call it a peer pressure?
It wasn't exactly peer pressure, to be honest, because how I started, I started with Python. Then I moved into Java. I moved into JavaScript. Then I realized that all these points that I'm learning, my head used to ache me when I tried to code. I mean, at that point, I felt like I was just trying to do, because your friends are doing, it's just like a positive challenge.
Energy.
We were not even doing it to make money at that point. It was just out of curiosity. We wanted to know. And before we knew it, one or two people got internship and they started paying them really. So I started off with volunteering. I got an internship position somewhere. Then it was an educational internship in the sense that you're going to learn, and you get to learn any tech skill of your choice. Then that was how I started. Started as a product designer. I learned, and I was doing pretty much there. Then I got an internship position, and at the point I feel like, you know what, do I want to continue as a designer? Then I took a pause. I continued as a graphic designer. I used to be a graphic designer.
You did?
Yeah. So I did graphic designing. I volunteered. Like those things were just to get a lot of volunteering experience. I wanted to be included in a lot of projects. I mean, you just see an initiative that just interests you, and you have to be relevant to the initiative before they get you as an volunteer. So that is like one of the skills that I could actually use to sell myself and say, oh, I can be relevant here. I can actually volunteer and all of that. So that was how it started. I realized that software quality assurance engineering is not a space that a lot of people are looking into. Then I joined. Then I got a course. I did a course. Then I enrolled into a school. Then I did that. Then before I knew it, I got an internship. Firstly, I got an educational internship to study to do the quality assurance engineering for the company. And I worked on several projects. Then with that, I got a better internship position. Like, this was actually paying. I said the first one was educational internship. So we should start off with the mindset that we want to learn. We want to build our portfolio. Not like, oh, immediately I'm getting into tech,
I'm willing to volunteer.
Earning. Yes, and I want to start earning immediately. I mean, you just need to dedicate few months, few time, few moments, a lot of your time into learning and building yourself before you can now say, oh yes, yeah, at this point I need to start getting paid. You even need to do that, because before you know it, you're getting those gigs or you're also being sought after.
All right, Tessie, you mentioned one thing that is key in your conversation was the fact that you were able to volunteer and you got a lot of internship role. And I believe that there are many youth watching you right now, and they'll be like, oh, I have volunteered, I have done a lot of internship, but at this point, I think I want to start getting job. How do I go about it? I know that's probably a question in the mind of a youth watching you right now. So how do you think, what will your advice? How do they get job? Or do they have to, where do they have to submit their CV? And I know you've passed that phase because I know you work with big companies. So what did they do?
Okay, firstly, how to get into the industry. One of the easiest way is to go through internship. Go through that phase, then be valuable. I mean, contribute immensely into the development of what it is that you're working on. Yeah, that way is also a route you can be retained. Yeah, and also, if you've done internships and you're like, okay, I'm way past this level. I mean, one of the reasons why we are joining companies is because of their growth structure. What is their growth structure? When you join a company, you're an intern, there should be a particular level that you get to at certain points. Yeah. But if you see that company is not doing that for you, and you know that, okay, you are worth more than what you are doing at the moment, or you've passed the level that you are at the moment, then you have to look for more jobs. You have to look for jobs that suit your value at the moment. Yeah. Good. So one of the ways you can actually get jobs is through referrals. That's why you have to do your job well. Referrals works perfectly well. And if that is not working, there is LinkedIn, there's FlexJob, there's JobAmart, there are a lot of job sites. Internet is there for us. And also interpersonal relationships. Try to build that. So it is not all about I'm just doing my job. It's about how you relate with people around you as well. I mean, what is your interpersonal skill like? What is your communication skill like? And where are social skills? That's why you need technical skills. At the same time, you need soft skills. You need your social skills. So that would actually help you as well. So yes, where you can get jobs, internet. You can always, Twitter, there are a lot of job ads being posted there. You can use it to your own
advantage. To your own advantage. All right, thank you, Tessie. You've really done a lot of explanation, and I believe that our guests are enjoying this topic and they are really gaining a lot of information from what you are discussing. But talking about the government, because you were saying something about the government, so I was wondering, like, what would be your advice for the government to help the youth populace? Because in a country where we have more demography of the youth is the power of the nation. So what would be your advice to the government to ensure that the Nigerian youth are upskilling on a day-to-day level?
Okay, government. We have an agency. I mean, NITDA. NITDA is the Information Technology Development Agency, and I think they are doing a lot in the robotic space, the AI space, the tech space generally. And there's a particular program now that they're doing to upskill youth. Yes, governments, they're trying, yes, but they still need to do more.
Oh, good.
We have a lot of talent in Nigeria, and to be honest, there are infrastructures that they can actually put in place that can help foster this learning process, that can help us with this learning journey. As I said earlier, I mentioned something about building an hub. Yes, they can actually make programs that can be for training upcoming tech or just training tech enthusiasts. And also mentorship programs can be used. as an educational system, we can incorporate tech education into our curriculum. So that works. And also collaboration with tech companies. It could be one of those things that they do together where we have to like be a quota, a number of students that they have to imbibe tech education into. Take tech into the rural areas. I mean, EduTech, invest more into it. That should actually work for us.
Yeah, I see from what you're saying that you're majorly saying that the government should do more investments in tech education to help the Nigerian youth upskill. So what will be the future of the African youth? What will be the future like? You know, what's inspired this question is because I know that we've always been a consumer in the third world nation, particularly in Africa. But right now, looking at the enthusiasm in the African demography, so what do you see the future like? How do you foresee the future?
I mean, how do I foresee the future of
future of work?
Of work or youth?
Yes, with what Nigerian youth are doing, with what youth are doing in Africa. Where do you see us in the future?
I mean, what youth are doing in it currently, we have a lot of talent, and a lot of talent in Nigeria are being picked out of the country. If right now we don't breed more and make use of them, it could get to a point whereby major talents they will leave the country. And that's in a way, you know, the youth actually contribute to the economy of the country. Yeah. Yes. So yes, that's in a way it's going to be a downside for us in Nigeria, to be honest.
All right, thank you, Tessie. Thank you for coming on this show. I really appreciate your presence, and I believe that the viewers really enjoyed what you've talked about from your well of knowledge. So thank you so much for joining the last episode of the Tech Drive Show. Please do well to send me an email for the next season to know what or the guests that would like to be on the show, to look at other aspects you would like me to talk about in the next season. I really want to say a big thank you to all our viewers who have joined us on this journey from the first episode until the last episode in this season. I do so much appreciate your commitment and your love. Right now, we are coming to the end of the Tech Drive Show. I'm your host, Okpeyemi Salako, on the Tech Drive Show, and this is Universal Television Africa. Do well to follow us on all our social media and also follow me on my social media at Okpe Salako on Instagram, so that you can send me your personal comments and your concern, and the next in the next section what you would like me to look into, the kind of questions and the kind of guests you would like to bring on the show in the next season. So I see you again. Do well to enjoy yourself and have a great week ahead.